Enough. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and the filthy air.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What of these, so weathered and wild and narrow drivers, look not like inhabitants of the earth, yet are on it. Live you? Or are you off of man-made questions?
Speak if you can.
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cornwall.
All hail, Macbeth. Thou shalt be king hereafter.
Sir, why do you start? With things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, be ye fantastical? Or are you that which outwardly ye show? My noble partner you speak to, with present grace and great prediction of noble having and royal hope. To me you speak not. If indeed you can see into the seeds of time and say which seed rain will grow and which shall not, then speak to me, who neither fear nor hate your favours or your grace.
Lesser than Macbeth, but greater.
Not so happy, and yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo. Banquo and Macbeth, all hail thee.
Stay you with perfect speakers. Tell me more. By Samuel's death I know I am the Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, much no more than to be Cawdor. Or say, how from whence you got this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge thee!
The earth of bubbles. Like the water has, this is from man. Whither did they vanish?
Into the air. What seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind, whither they had stayed.
If such were things that we do speak about, have we eaten of the insane weak that take reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Cawdor too, were it not so?
In such same tone and words. Who comes there?
The king hath happily, Macbeth, received the news of thy success. When he read thy personal venture against the rebels' plight, his wonders and praises did contend whether should be his or yours. Oh, as thick as hail came post with post, and all read the praises of your kingdom's great defence.
We are sent to thee to give thee thanks from our royal master, only to herald thee into his sight, not to pay thee.
No, but in earnest of a greater honour, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, to which entitlement, worthy Thane, it is thine.
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Do not dress me in borrowed robes.
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life, which he deserves to lose, whether he was combined with those from Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and vantage, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor, the most is behind. I thank thee for thy pains. Do you not hope that your children shall be kings, when those that gave me Cawdor promised no less to them?
Your trusted house may enkindle yet into you to crown beside the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange, and oftentimes, to lead us to harm, the instruments of darkness offer us truths, win us with honest trifles, so that we may betray our deepest condolences. Cousins, a word.
Two truths are told, as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. Cannot be good, cannot be ill. If ill, why does it commence with a truth? I am the Thane of Cawdor. And if good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image unfixes my hair, makes my seated heart knock at my ribs? present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thoughts, whose murder are but yet fantastical, so shaped by single state of man, that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look, our partner's ramped.
If chance may make me king, and perchance it may crown me without my further stir.
The new horrors is pollen like strange garments. They cleave not to the mold, but with the aid of the juice.
Come yet, come what? Time and the hours run through the roughest day.
Reverend Macbeth, we wait upon your leisure.
Give me your favour. Kind kinsman, your pains are registered with every day that I turn the leaf to read them. Come to the king. Think on what I've chanced. A later time, in the interim having waited, let us speak our honest hearts the one to the other.
Very glad.
Until then, enough. Come, friend.
His execution done on Cawdor? My liege, I spoke with one who saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons, implored your highness pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like believing it. He died as one who had been studied in his death, to lay down the most valuable thing he has, as though 'twere a careless trifle.
There's no art to find a mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman upon whom I built an absolute trust. Oh, worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Would thou hadst less deserved, that the proportion both of thanks and gratitude might have been mine. Only, I have left to say, thy due is more than all can pay.
Thy service and loyalty in the doing of it is pay. And thy highness part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne, to your state children, and your servants.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant in thee, and I will labour that it full grow. Noble Banquo, that art no less deserved, nor let it be known that thou art son. I enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
If I grow there, it is thine own heart.
My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, dames, kinsmen, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will today establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, who we name henceforth Prince of Cumberland, which honour must not unaccompanied invest him only, but, like stars, shine on all deservers. Hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
I shall be the harbinger myself, and make my wife's hearing glad of your approach. Humbly, I beg your leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else I'll live, for in my way it stands. Stars, put out thy fires. Let light not see my black and deep desires.
True, worthy Banquo, he is full so valiant, and in his commendation I am fed. It is a banquet. Come, let us follow him who goes before. It is a peerless kinsman.
They met me in a day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood, wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, who refer me to the coming on of time with Hail King that shalt be. This I have thought good to deliver
deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dews of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. The arms thou art, and Cawdor, and shall be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature. 'Tis too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the faithful engines of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitations of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you lay in mischief. Thick night, pall thee in the dullest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep to the blanket of the dark to cry, hold! Hold! Great glance, worthy Cawdor, and greater than both by the all-hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I see the future now in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sung that morrow see. Your face, my fame, is a book, where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you will leave tonight's great business into my dispatch, which so after each day and night to come, gives souls sovereignty, sway, and mastery.
We will speak of this. If 'tis done, 'twere well it were done quickly. The assassination can trammel up the consequence and catch his surcease in success. Oh, but that this blow could be the be-all and end-all here. Here, that on this bank and shoal of time, we would jump o'er the life to come. He's here in double trust. First, as I, his kinsman, and his subject, both strong against the act. And then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not hold the knife himself. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which leaps itself and falls down on the other. How now, what news?
He is almost up. Why have you left the chamber?
Have you asked for me?
No, you're not here.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honoured me of late, and I have brought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which should be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From such account I account thy love. Art thou afeard to live and be the same in thine own act and valour as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have which thou esteemest the ornament of life, yet live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon thy wood like the poor cat in the alley?
Oh, prithee, peace! I dare do all that may become a man, who dares no more is none!
What beast was it then that broke this enterprise to me? When you durst to it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, be so much more than man. Nor time nor place to denody, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and in their fitness to unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from its boneless gums and dashed the brains that I so swore, as you have done to this.
If we fail!
We fail! Screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his hard day's journey soundly invite him, his two chamberlains will I, with wine and wassail, so convince that memory, the water of the brain, be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only. When in their swinish sleep their drenched natures lie, as in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers who shall bear the guilt of our critical well?
Bring forth men, children only, but thy undaunted mettle should compose nothing but males. But how shall it be received, if If we do mark with blood these sleepy two of his chamber, and use their daggers, will it be that they thought they did it?
Who dared to sleep each other when our griefs and clamour roar upon his death?
I am settled, and bend up every corporal agent to this great feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
Who's there?
Friend,
What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's in bed. We have been an unusual pleasure this evening and sent great largesse to your office. Madame, we greet your wife withal by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless contents.
being unprepared, I well became a servant to defect. What else should free of wrong?
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three-word sisters. They've showed you some truth.
I think not on them. But if we could treat an hour to serve, I would spend it in some words upon that business. If you could get the tongue.
At your kindest pleasure.
If you do cleave to my consent when 'tis, it would make honour for you.
And so I lose none in seeking to augment it. I keep my bosom franchise and my allegiance clear. I shall be counted.
Don't propose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Is this a dagger that I see before me? Its handle towards my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, yet I see thee still. Art thou, fatal vision, as sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a false creation, proceeding from the heat oppressive brain? I see thee, in form as palpable as this I draw. And now thou marshallest me the way I was to go. Such an instrument I was to use. My eyes mock at my senses, or else are worth all. I see thee still, and thy blade and gudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business that thus informs my eyes. While I threat, he lives. Words heat gives, to foul deeds and cold air gives. I go, and 'tis done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace. It was the hour to treat. The faithful bellman that gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited rooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their posets that death and nature do contend about them whether they live or die.
Who's there?
Alack! I am afraid they have awaited and 'tis not done. It is the attempt and not the deed that confounds us. I laid his daggers ready, he could not miss him. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I have done it. My husband.
I have done the deed. Didst thou hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry.
When?
Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
I,
Who lies in the other chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
Foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
Before they did what, hear one laugh in his sleep, and the others cry murder to wake them. And I stood and I heard them, and they said their prayers and addressed again to bed.
There were two lodged together.
And I heard one say, God bless us, and the other say, Amen. As if they saw these hangman's hands, and I listened to their fear. I could not say Amen.
Consider it not so deeply.
I had most need of blessing, yet Amen stuck in my throat.
must not think of these deeds after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Then I methought I heard a voice that said, sleep no more, Macbeth doth murder, sleep, innocent sleep, chief nourisher of life's feast.
What do you mean?
I heard a voice, sleep no more to the whole house. Grants doth murder sleep, and so Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why worthy fame to unbend your noble strength to think such vain sickly of things? Go, wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why have you brought the daggers from the place? They must lay there. Go, and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I am afraid to think what I have done. Look at it again, I dare not.
Infernal poets, give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. It is the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If you bleed still, I'll smear the faces of the grooms with all, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it that every sound appalls my ears? And these hands, they pluck out my eyes. And all of Neptune's oceans wash clean these hands? No. Rather, the multitudinous seas incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your colour, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entrance. Retire we to our chambers, a little water tastes of these deep. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. More knocking. Go. Get in your nightgown, lest occasion call us and see us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
I cannot think of what I've done. I hardly know myself. Wait, Duncan, with thy knocking, I would thou couldst.
Oh, there's a knocking indeed. If a man were porter of Hellgate, we should have all turned the key. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Why? Here's a farmer who's hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Coming time! I've plenty of napkins about you, you don't sweat for it. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there in the... the other devil's name? Why? Here's an equivocator who could equivocate between one scale and other and agree with either, and yet still could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock, knock, knock. Here's an English tailor. Come in for stealing out of a friend's shoes. Come in, tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock, knock. It's never quiet. Who are you? It's too cold here for hell anyway. Oh, I would go home. I'll down the porter it no longer. I had thought to bring forth some of every profession that walks the primrose road to the everlasting bonfire. Aye, anon, anon. I beg you, remember the portal.
Wert thou abed so late that thou didst lie so late?
Aye, well, we caroused until the second o'clock, and drink is a great provoker of three things.
Oh, really? Why, what three things does drink provoke?
Marry, sir. Nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, it provokes and unprovokes. It provokes In fact, much drinking could be said to be an equivocator for lecturing. Equivocator, see that? It marks him, but it mars him. It sets him on, but it takes him off. It persuades him, but it discourages him. It makes him stand to. Or not stand to. In conclusion, it equivocates him in a sleep, and having given it the lie, it leaves him.
Did thou lie so much with the drink last night?
Oh, aye, right in my very throat. Although I did accept him in that sleep, and too strong for me, thanks.
Oh.
He did take my legs at one point, but I made a shift to move him.
Is our host stirring?
Ah, worthy thing. Is the king up?
Not yet.
He did bid me to wake him, so
I'll take you to him.
Oh, no, it's a joyful trouble, but it's warm nonetheless.
The labour that delighteth physics pay. This is the door.
Time heeds, I must away.
Goes our king hence today?
He did appoint, sir.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and, as they say, laments heard in the air, strange screams of death, and prophesying with accents terrible of dire combustion and confused events. New hatched to the woeful time, the obscure bird clamoured the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
Was a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, order! Order! Order!
What's the matter?
Most sacrilegious murder! Hath ripped through the temples, destroyed the building, the king is slain! Go! Destroy their eyes, I speak not on it!
What did he say, the king?
Murder! Murder! Ring the alarm bell! Bangor! Donalbain! Malcolm! Awake thee from thy downy sleep and see the death itself! Ring the bell!
What business is it that such a horrible trumpet caused upon lady sleepers in this house?
Lady, my words should not fall on thine ears, for it would murder thee too. Banquo! Our king is murdered.
What, lads? What, in our house?
Too cruel anywhere. Dear Macduff, privy contradicted by such sages and sons.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time. From this instant, there's nothing serious in mortality. All is toys, renown and grace is dead, the wine and life is drawn, and this, the lees, is all that is left to boast of.
What is amiss?
You are, do not know it. The spring, the head, the very fountain of your blood is stopped, the very source of it is stopped!
Your royal father is murdered.
By whom?
Those of his staff, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood, so were their daggers, which unwiped lay upon their pillows. They stared and distracted. No man was ever to be trusted with them.
Oh, and I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did ye so?
Who can be wise, amazed, calm, temperate, loyal, neutral, in a moment? No man! Yes, the expedition of my violent love outran the pauser, reason. There lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood, and his gashed stabs open to all things that ruin. Who could refrain, that had a heart to love, and in that heart, courage to make love known?
Oh, help me hence!
No, look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues, that most may claim this argument as ours?
What should be spoken here where our faith hidden in all behold may rush and seize us? Let's away, our tears are not yet brewed.
Nor our strong sorrow yet upon the foot.
Look to the lady! Once we have our naked frailties hid, with suffer exposure, then we may meet to question this bloody piece of work to know it further. Fear and scruples shaken, and in the hand of God I stand, and will fight against the undivulged pretense of treasonous malice.
So do I.
So all.
Let us briefly put on manly readiness. We'll meet in the hall together.
I am contented. What would you do? Let's not consort with them. To show unfelt sorrow is an office that a false man does easy. Out to England.
To Ireland I, our separated fortunes shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers and men smile. Veneer in blood, veneer bloody.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and the safest way for us is to avoid the aim. Therefore to horse, and let us not be dainty of taking leave, but swift away. There's warrant in a theft that steals itself, when there's no mercy left.
Thou hast it now, king, called a glance all, just as the weird women promised. And I fear thou did play us most foully in it. Yet, it said that it should not stand in thine posterity, but myself would be the root and father of many kings. If they speak the truth as thine have unto Macbeth, then their speeches shine. Withy, why can't their veritas unto thee be good? May they not be my oracles as well? May I not stand in hope? But no more.
It is our chief guest.
If you were to be forgotten, we are gathering our great feast, a thing most unbecoming.
We are to have a solemn supper tonight, and we'll request your presence.
If your highness commands it, my word is my solemn indissoluble tie forever knit.
Bride Jews of this evening?
Aye, my lord.
We should also derive your good advice, which have been both grave and prosperous in this day's council. But we'll take tomorrow. Is it far, you ride?
Oh, only as far as will fill the time between now and supper. Go the horse no better, though I may be a dark borrower for a dark hour or twain.
Fail not our feast.
I will not, my lord.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, but they're filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow. When therewithal we'll have cause of state craving us jointly. Hie to horse, adieu. Goes flares with you.
Aye, my lord. Time calls on us both.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and I commend you to their backs. Let every man be the master of his time between now and 7. But of more sweeter welcome, I shall keep my own counsel. Until then, good day. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares. And to that dauntless temper of his mind he hath wisdom that doth guide his valour to act in safety. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please, your highness.
And have you considered of my speeches?
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is the meaning of our second meeting. Is your patience so predominant that you will let this go?
We are men, my liege.
In the catalogue you stand for men.
I am one, my liege, who has been buffeted and blown away by this world, and who, I am reckless, will do all he can to spite it.
And I, another, so weary with disaster, tugged with fortune, that I would set alive on any chance that it mend or rotted.
Both of you know that Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he to me, and his very existence thrusts into my side. And of his son Flames, will he that dark hour must also suffer the same fate. You know your task. Abide with it.
We are resolved, my lord.
I'll call upon you straight. Go. 'Tis concluded. Banquo, thy soul must take flight. If it find heaven, it will be tonight. You all know your degrees. Sit down. From first to last, the greatest health.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourselves will mingle with society, and then sit in the midst. Our hostess, she will maintain her state, but at a later hour, we would request your welcome.
Pronounce it, sir, to all my friends, for my heart says they are welcome.
See they encounter thee with their hearts' thanks. Both sides are even. I'll sit in the midst, and presently we'll drink the table round. There's blood on my face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
Better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
I cut his throat for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. And I'll say the same for he that did flame, for Flames too.
Good royal sir, Flames did escape.
And I find my fit again, or else I have been perfect. But Banquo's safe?
Aye, my lord. Dead in a ditch he bides, with 20 gashes in his head. To nature he is dead.
The largest serpent lies. That small worm that is fled, time and nature will give venom breed. But for now, there is no teeth. Get thee hence.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. To feed were best at home. From thence the source to meet a ceremony, meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembrancer. Good appetite and good digestion, and on health both.
May it please your highness sit.
Here we have our country's honour roofed. Would that our good friend Banquo were here, who we would rather quarrel with his unkindness than pity for any mischance.
Oh, his absence lays pay to his promise, my lord. Please to sit with us and grace us with your company.
The table's full.
Is a place reserved, sir?
Where?
Here, my lord. What is it that moves your mind?
Which of you have done this?
What, my lord?
You can't say I did it! Do not shake thy gory looks at me!
Gentlemen, rise.
His highness is not well. I pray you sit. His majesty is often thus and has been since his youth. Pray you keep seat. This fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. I pray you mark him not, for you may offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not. Are you mad?
And a bold one too that may look on that with appall a devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air draw dag which you said lecture to Duncan. These flaws and starts impostors to true fear were well becoming of a woman's tailor to winter's fire authorised by her grandam. Shame itself, why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look it on a stool.
Prithee, look! Behold! What say you? Oh, if I can see, then speak to! Oh, how is it that our monuments are the moors of kites?
It's quite unmanned in folly.
I do forget. Do not use me. I have a strange infirmity that is nothing to those that know me. I shall sit. Give me wine. And I shall drink to the general joy of the whole table. Would that our blessed friend Banquo were here, who we miss. And so, to all and all. Thy bones are marrowless, so bold, the blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes, without thou gazest.
Think of this, friends, as a habit, nothing more.
What man dare I approach thou, like a rugged Russian bear, like the armed rhinoceros, or the hairy tiger? Take any strength that and my nerves are firm, and shall never tremble or be alive again, and dare me to the desert, and within my sword of unreal mockery, hence! Being gone, I am a man again.
You have broke the mirth and displaced the meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be and pass over us like a summer's cloud without so much moving me? And you just think I am strange when you can look on such things and keep the natural rosiness of your cheeks when mine are blanched with fear, and 'tis stranger than any murder?
What sights, my lord?
Questions will only enrage him further. I fear he grows worse and worse. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend, your majesty.
And a kind good night to all.
Will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones and trees are known to move. Augurs and understood relations have by magpies and choughs and rooks brought forth the secretest man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with the morning.
How sayest thou that Macbeth did not come to our bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not one in this house that keeps the servants fed. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters, more shall they speak. But now I am bent to know the worst by means the worse. For mine own good, all causes shall give way. I am in blood stepped so far that should I wait no more, 'twould be as tedious as a return as goer. Strange things I have in head that must the hand, and then to act as will be scanned.
Did you lack the season of all nature, sleep?
Come, we'll sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are but yet young indeed.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is it that you do?
A deed that hath no name.
I conjure thee, however thou profess, however you come to know it. Answer me this what I ask you. If you can untie the winds and make them fight against the churches, and conjure up the gusty waves that swallow and confound navigation, you will answer what I ask you.
Speak. Ooh, you man.
Will answer. Say, if thou'st rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters?
Let me see it. Tell me.
Pouring sow's blood that hath eaten her 9 farrow. Grease that sweating from the murderous gibbet, throw into the flames. Come high or low, thyself and office deathly show.
Unknown power, come to me.
He knows thy thought, hear his speech and say thou naught.
Oh, Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware, Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me. Enough.
Whatsoever thou art, I thank thee for all thy good caution, but thou hast half my fear. One more word, I pray thee.
He will not be commanded. Here's another, more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
If I had 3 years, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh and scorn the power of man. for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
What need I fear of thee, Macduff? To make assurance double sure, I'll see thee killed. And now another. I see his crowned brow, they be that like kings.
Be lion-mettled, proud, and care not who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
Well, that can never be. Who can impress the forests, bid the trees unfix its earth-bound roots? Rebellion's head never rise, till Burnham Wood rise to Dunsinane, and Macbeth shall live the lease of years. But still my heart pounds to know one more thing. Tell me, if you have the power to do so, will Banquo's issue ever reign within this kingdom?
Ah! Seek to know no more!
I'll be satisfied if you not tell me an eternal curse fall on you!
Show his eyes and break his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too much like the spirit of Banquo. Down! And then another, with hair like the first. And then a third, its brow crowned with gold. Oh, unfilthy hags! Why do you show me this? And then a fourth, will this line stretch on until the crack of doom? And what this? More? Oh, I wish to see no more. And yet the seventh. And then the eighth. And it holds a glass, and I see more. And ever twofold balls and treble scepters see. Oh, horrible sight, it sears my eyes. And then I see the truth. The blood-bolted Banquo smiles at me and points at them for his. Can this be real that I see? Where are they gone? Purgeable shame. This dead shall be accursed in the calendar. Come in without.
What's your grace's will?
Didst thou not see the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air on which they travel. And damned be those that follow them. I heard the galloping of a horse. Who came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff has fled to England.
Fled to England!
Aye, my lord.
Time does mock my dread deeds. Macduff's castle I'll surprise, and capture fight, and then to the edge of the sword put his wife, his babes, and any unfortunate that in his line stand. Boast not of this like a fool. This will be acted before this mood cools. Where are the gentlemen? Show them.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must be patient, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. Where our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You do not know whether it be his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom! To leave his wife? To leave his babes? His mansions and titles all in a place from whence himself did fly? He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight for her children in her nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love.
My dearest coz, I pray thee, school thyself. And for thy husband, he is noble, and wise, and judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times. It makes us traitors, and we know not ourselves. When we hold rumours from what we fear, but we know not what we fear. that float upon a wild and violent sea, moving every way and none. I must take my leave of you. It shall not be long, and then I will return. Things at worst will cease, or at best will climb upwards to where they were before. Oh, my pretty cousin, blessings on thee.
Fathered my son is, and yet he's fatherless.
Oh, I am such a fool. But were I to stay longer, it would bring dishonor to me and discomfort to you. I must take my leave at once.
Bless you, fair dame. Though in your state of honour I am perfect, I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not found here. Hence with your little ones. To frighten you thus methinks I am too savage, but to do worse fell cruelty, which is too nigh for your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare blame my woman.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now. I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defence to say I have done no harm? What are these faces? Where is your husband? I hope in no place so unsanctified that any such as thou mayest find him. He is a traitor. Thou liest. Thou shalt be let him rot you away and burn treachery.
See, who comes here?
My countryman, and yet I know him not.
Ah, most noble cousin.
Oh, I know him now. Good God, betimes removed the cause that makes us strangers.
Oh, sir, amen.
How stands Scotland?
Oh, alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where sighs and groans and shrieks do rend the air that are made but not marked, where the dead men's knell scarce cease to be asked who for, and good men's lives expire before the flowers in their cap.
Aye, it is too sad and too true.
What's the newest grief?
Oh, every minute teems another one.
Well, be not a miser with thy speech, speak on.
Well, when I came hither to transport tidings which I have heavily borne, I ran across a rumour of many worthy fellows that were out, which was my belief, for I have seen the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight and dock their dire distresses.
Beat their comfort. We do come thither. Gracious England hath lent us good steward and 10,000 men. An older and a better soldier none in Christendom give out.
Oh, would I could answer this comfort with some of my own, but I have words that should be howled into the desert air where hearing should not latch upon it.
Well, is it for the general concern, or is it be grief for a single breast?
Oh, all share such woe that hear it, but the main pertains to you alone.
Aye, well, then speak it.
Well, let no your aids despise my tongue forever, which...
Forget not, I tell thee. Tell me thy news.
Your castle, it is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. To make the matter would of the quarry of those murdered deer add to the death of you.
Merciful heaven. What man?
My children too.
Wife, babes, servants, all that could be found.
And I confess my wife too.
As I have said.
Be comforted. Shall we?
He has no children. All you say, all!
Dispose it like a man.
I must feel it like a man. How can I not remember those that were most precious to me. Did heaven not look on and sink their place? Or, sinful Macduff, they were slain for thee! Oh, fell slaughter fell upon their heads.
Make this the whetstone to your sword. Turn grief to anger. Blunt not your heart, enrage it.
My eyes can play the woman, my heart can play the braggart, but no more. Front to front. Bring this fiend, this villain of Scotland within the score of my sword. And if I let him live, then God forgive me!
This tune goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready, our luck is only but our leave. Macbeth is right for shaking. The powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that does not find the day.
For 2 nights with you I have watched, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw a nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write on it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet all this while in most fast sleep.
Great perturbation in nature, to receive at once both the benefits of sleep and do the action of watching. The slumbering agitation, aside from her walking and other actual performances, what, if at any time, have you heard her say?
Well, that, sir, which I will not report after her.
You made to me?
Neither to you or anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Oh, you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it's still by her. She has a light by her continually, it is her demand.
You see, her eyes are open?
Aye, but their sense is shut.
What is that she does now? She rubs her hand.
It is an accustomed action with her to sing this, washing her hand. I have known her continuing this quarter of an hour.
Yet here's the spot.
Hark, she speaks.
Out! Out, damn spot! Out, I say! Fie, my lord, fie, a soldier and a fiend. What need we fear who knows it when none can call our power into account? Yet who'd have thought the old man to have so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting.
Go to. You know you should not. She has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she meant.
There's the smell of blood still. Will all the perfumes in Arabia not sweeten this little hand?
The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
The disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep, which have died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands, put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you again, thy prosperity cannot come out on's grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come, take my hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she now go to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows do discharge their secrets. More she, the divine, needs than the physician. God bless us all. Look after her, keep eyes upon her, and remove from her all means of annoyance. Good night. My mind is mated, and my eyes amazed. I think, but I dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and good Macduff. Revenge has burned them, for their dear causes were to the bleeding and the grim alarm that excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood shall we well meet them. That way are they coming.
Who knows if Donalbain with his brother?
For certain they are not, for I have a file of all the gentry. There is young Seward's son, and many unrough youths who doth protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant?
Of great Dunsinane he doth strongly fortify. Some say he is mad. Others that lesser hate him would call it valiant fury. But what was certain, he cannot unbuckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murders sticking on his hands? Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief?
And who would blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him condemns itself for being there?
Well, march we on, to give obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge each drop of us.
As much as it needs, to dew the sovereign flower and drown the weed. March we on, to Burnham.
Bring me no more report. Let them all fly. I cannot take with fear till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane. What's the boy, Malcolm? Is he not of woman born? Ha! The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced thus to me. The devil damn thee black. Thy cream-faced loon, where gets thou that goose look?
There is 10,000
Geese, villain!
soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and overred thy fear. Thy livid boy, what soldiers patch? Death of thy soul, thy linen features are betraying thy cowardice. What soldiers, wayface?
The English force so please you.
Satan! I am sick at heart. Satan, I say! This push we now behold will cheer me ever, or deceit me now. I have lived long enough, my way of life is fallen into the sear, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age as honour, love, obedience, troops of friends, I must not look to have, but in their stead curses, not loud but deep. Mouth for mouth, honour breath, which the poor heart would fain deny. I dare not. Satan, I say!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, as was reported.
I'll fight until from my bones my flesh be hacked. Bring me my armour.
'Tis not needed yet.
And yet I'll put it on. Gather all horses. Hang those of the villages that speak of fear. Give me my armour! How does the patient, doctor?
Not so sick, sir. She is plagued by flickering fancies that disturb her rest.
Cure that. Canst thou not minister to a mind disease?
Therein the patient must minister himself.
Throw physic to the dogs. I'll none of it. But what rhubarb, sign, or purgative can scour this land of all the English? Have you heard of that?
Aye, sir. Your royal preparations make me hear something.
I'll not be afeared until great Burnham Wood come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane, away and clear, profits again would never draw me here.
Good cousins, I hope the days are near at hand, that chambers shall be safe.
We doubt it nothing.
What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough, and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the number of our host, and make discovery err in the report of us.
We know the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, where he will endure our setting down before it.
That's his main hope. For where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him revolt.
Let our just censors attend upon the true events. But till then, let we engage in industrious soldiership.
The time approaches. Let us go to war.
Hang out our banners on our outer walls. The cry is still they come. Let them lie there until famine and ague eat them up. Were they not so forced with those that should be ours, we might meet them darefully, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. What is that noise?
It is the cry of women, my lord.
I've almost forgotten the taste of fears. The time was when my senses would be cool to hear the night shriek, and my fell of hair would rouse and stir as if 'twere life in it. But I have supped on horrors. Direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot want sterling. Wherefore was that noise?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays, lighted fools, the way to dusty death. Out! Out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. Is a tale told by an idiot, full of sounds and fury signifying nothing. What comes to use my tongue? My story quickly.
Gracious, my lord, I must report that which I say I saw, but I knew not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
When I stood watch upon the hill, I looked towards Burnham, and anon, methought, the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
I'll endure your wrath if it be not so. But look, within 3 miles, the grove, it moves.
If thou speakest false, from the next tree I'll hang thee alive until famine take thee. If thou speak me sooth, aye, then thou dost do the same to me. I begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiends that lie like truth. Fear not, till Burnham would come to Dunsinane, and yet a would come toward Dunsinane. Arm! Arm and out! If what he doth avouch appear, there is no flying hence nor tarrying here. I do become a boy weary of the sun, and I would the world's estate were all undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow, wind! Come, rack! At least we'll die with armour on our back!
Now near enough. Throw down your leafy screens and show as those you are. You, good uncle, shall with my cousin, your noble son, lead our first battle. Macbeth and we shall do as remains to be done in accordance with our order.
Very well. If we do face the tyrant's power tonight, let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Let our trumpets speak. Give them breath. Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
They have tied me at the stake, I cannot fly, but bear-like I must fight the course. What's he of none who's not a woman born? Such a man am I to fear or none.
What is thy name?
Thou wouldst be afraid to hear it?
No. Though thou givest thy calls thyself the hottest name in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself dare not speak a title I hate more.
No, nor more fearful.
Liest. I bore a tyrant, and I will prove thy lie with the sword. Ah!
Thou wast a woman born. At swords I smile, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by men who are of women born.
Silence! Show thy face. If thou art slain by any but my hand, my wife's ghost will haunt me still. I'll not strike at kerns whose arms are hired to bear the staves. My sword is for thee, Macbeth, or else I shall sheath it again and eat it. Oh, fortune, let me find him, else I beg not.
Oh, my lord, the castle is gently rented. The king's men do fight on both sides. Noble thanes fight bravely in the war. The day is professedly yours, and there is little to do.
We meet with foes that strike beside us.
Come, sir, to the castle.
I will not play the Roman fool and die on my own sword. When I see lives, the gashes do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound! Turn!
Of all men else I have avoided thee. But get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I've no words for thee. My sword is my voice. I have no words better thee than to call thee villain!
And thou losest labour.
Yes.
Thou might as well the intrenchant air with thy keen blade impresses make me bleed. Let thy sword fall on vulnerable crests, for I live a charmed life that will not yield to any man of woman born!
Curse thy charm, and know that Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Cursed be the tongue that tells me so. It hath cowed my better part of man. Let the juggling fiends be no more believed. They that promise in one ear and break it with your hope. I'll not fight thee.
Then yield thee, coward, or else stay upon a pole with the words painted, "Here be the tyrant writ beneath them."
I'll not yield to kiss the ground beneath young Malcolm's feet. Nor will I bear the curses of the rabble. Though Dunsinane, Vernon would come to Dunsinane, and thou oppose being of not a woman born, and yet I'll try the lass. I throw down my warlike shield before my body, and so therefore lay on Macduff, and down be he that promise, hold, and run!
Hail, King, for so thou art, and I see thee rounded with all the pearls of thy kingdom. And their salutation is the same as mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!
We shall not take a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make you even of us. My thanes, kinsmen, henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland to such an honour named. As more to do, as shall be planted newly with the time, as calling forth our friends exiled abroad, who fled the snares of watchful tyranny, produced of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, so it's believed, did by self and violent hand took off her life. And such else needful as calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all, at once, and to each one, who we invite to see us crowned at Scone.